Yes, guys. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Whenever you're watching this, hope you're all doing good. Thank you for joining us yet again for the Liverpool News Show. We've got some bits to chat about. We've got transfer rumours. We've got Klopp going mental. We've got other little bits and pieces. Also got a game against Tottenham that no one cares about. It's a mental end of the season, but big up everyone in the chat. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe and share all that good stuff. Hope you're all doing well. Got my man, my MMA man, Luke, with me today. Luke, how you doing, man?
Not too bad. Not too bad. Different vibe, talking football rather than fighting this time, but yeah.
Yeah, we got a busy weekend. Football, UFC, Frio crap, and then yeah, we got a busy weekend, man. Three in the morning, me and Luke are doing 301, guys, if you didn't know.
Yeah.
So 3 in the morning. It's just, that's got to be mental. That's got to be mental.
So bad.
I last fit, Luke, I would actually last fit his card of the year, and Cal weren't you?
Could you imagine? He's an holiday.
We're like, oh my God, what a show at the end of it.
How are you going to watch this? But
every fight's a knockout.
I pray, please, like, after like the Pantoja fight, crowd just goes dead, and now it's Pereira fight in the main event. That'll be chef's kiss, but that requires too much effort from the UFC, so that won't happen.
You can't do that. How dare they work? How dare they? But look, we've got obviously Liverpool stuff to talk about first, guys, and yeah, look, there's been a lot of going on this season. This season's ending in a bit of a flat tire kind of way. You know, we've guaranteed Champions League football now, thanks to Tottenham losing to Chelsea.
Yeah,
and that's pretty much guaranteed. We're probably looking like we can only finish third. Woo! Yeah, so we're going to finish in probably the top 3 of the Premier League. I think we only need 1 point, if I remember rightly, out of our next 3 games to actually finish third. Not a lot to play for. And I will say this, like, let's talk about the Tottenham stuff first before we get on to anything else. With it pretty much all done and dusted, and it looks like City are probably going to win the title now with their game in hand. Would you put a few surprises in the team lineup? This is Klopp's last 3 games as Liverpool manager. He can't go on and win anything now. Champions League football's done. You know, would you like to see someone like, I don't know, Jayden Dance get a kick about?
Yeah, I'd say so. Like, I don't know, not you saw like inside training when Trent just absolutely slapped it in like top bins. It's like the players don't care. The players are chilling.
Yeah.
Like on autopilot now, like they're ready for the beach. Like, I think there should be some surprises. Who's ever is available, like youngsters wise, who's available. No, Bradley's back in training. I know Bobby Clark's out for the rest of the season. I don't know. I really don't know. I know Virgil may miss it. So we'll see Kwanzaa and Kanate. So I don't really expect any big changes. Would I like to? Yes, but I don't think we'll see any too. But like, really.
No, I'm sorry. It's a shame, mate. It's a shame. Daryl, SmackDown was on at 6 o'clock this afternoon, my man. Yeah. Because it was in France, ain't it? It was live. So it was actually live for us in the UK at 6 p.m. today.
Yeah, when they did the press conference, the French fans were saying like, "Thank you, Roman," and when you just look at Cody's face, he's like really singing this guy there again.
Roman's super over, man. Yeah, SmackDown was on at 6 o'clock this afternoon, Daryl. Yeah, you might get the replay at 1 a.m., but it was actually live at 6 o'clock this afternoon, my friend.
Yeah,
actually live. It is in Lyon, in France. So they're only an hour in front. Yeah, like I just feel like I don't know what Klopp wants to do. You know, he knows he's got 3 games left. He's secured Champions League football for Liverpool next season. He's won a League Cup, so that's him done. But it's how he wants to go out. He probably don't want to go out losing every game either, you know, for self-respect. So, you know, I just wonder, though, if someone like Jayden Dance could play. You know, no one else is actually putting the ball in the back of the net right now. You know, what would it hurt? out of all the players that Jane Downs could be the one to say Connor Bradley was training, Virgil weren't training.
Jota's still not back either.
Jota ain't going to play again this season. That's just if he does, it'll be the Wolves game for about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I just feel like, I don't know how everyone in chat feels. I'd literally give Jaden Downs a go because Nunez can't hit a barn door at the moment. Diaz is just Diaz. Gakpo, who's actually been playing well, probably deserves a chance to play as well. But
and Salah's been literally the talk of the press for literally the whole week. The whole week. All the narratives people have wanted to spin, all the narratives that people were ready in the back pocket, ready to unleash, have all been unleashed this week. He's not world class. He's selfish. He's crap. I'm thinking, Jesus Christ, you've waited a while for this. Hazard's better than him. I was like, oh, Jesus Christ, we have waited for this, haven't we?
Oh,
we have
all the
waited for this
Salah
moment,
stuff.
Yeah, fans have got agendas that need to agenda.
Yeah, the Salah stuff is like, people will always go at Mo for whatever reason. People will always go at Mo, but I did the Simon Jordan talk the other day. Graham Souness came back.
Graham Souness. Yeah. Do you want
Graham
to
Souness, the most. What is it, Graham Souness? The most selfish player I've ever seen.
Oh yeah,
the most selfish player I've ever seen. It's like,
really? We know Simon Jordan's a plonker anyway. Like, let's be honest. The only thing you're famous for is basically nearly sending your old club out of business, mate. Like your childhood club out of business. So, I suggest you hush your gums because you're, typical. Oh yeah, I don't really like him because I don't think he's world class because of stuff he does outside of football. Excuse me?
He's humanitarian. He's a humanitarian.
Excuse me, since when did that have an impact on what happens on the pitch? And then someone dug out an old clip of when he bigged up another player because of the stuff he did outside of football and thinking, right, okay. Okay.
Oh my God.
Do we see where you lie? Do we see where you lie?
Or is it they said the most selfish footballer he's ever seen, and he's only second behind Steven Gerrard in the Premier League for Liverpool for assists? But
exactly.
It's just I don't get it, man. I don't get it. Would they be saying this if he was English?
Oh no! The diver comment got me. The diver. I was like, hold on. England's captain's the biggest diver of the lot.
Yeah, but he's English
because it's smart.
It's
smart play apparently. But when Salah does it, geez, get this guy out of the country.
Yeah,
but exactly. when Kane, Saka, Vardy, Jesus, it's smart play.
Yeah, definitely. But right, so Klopp made a comment today saying about him and Mo patched things up and all that. But the undertone of what Klopp was saying makes it sound like there was quite a bit in it with the undertone of the comment saying that we're all fine, we're grown men, it was when you have a row with somebody but you both don't agree and you just agree to disagree.
Yeah,
it sounds like that, don't it? They just agree to disagree and they're wiping their mouths and moving on. When came back in as well, that's what it sounds like there. What do you reckon, Luke?
Yeah, I do feel that that's the way it is, and plus Klopp knows he's going. Like, has anyone been in a situation when they know they're leaving a job and they don't really give a shit how they leave because they know that they're leaving?
Yeah,
Klopp's the same in this press conference. Truth bombs dropping everywhere. Anyone can get it now. Anyone looks at him sideways, you're getting it.
There's gotta be more as well.
Press conferences before games, anyone's getting it. If you even look at him sideways, you're getting it from him. James Smith, watch out.
Yeah, I'm actually more interested from Klopp's press conferences the next 3 weeks than I am the games. They look like they got a bit more about them than the games have at the moment. He feels
people
like
are already twisting headlines, twisting what he's already said.
You'll be hearing what he's going to write in his memoirs.
Yeah, exactly.
in the press conferences.
Exactly. Klopp said they got too much respect for each other. Fall out. Exactly. They're grown men. This is what I'm trying to say. They probably did disagree on something, and they're not going to agree on it. And they shaken hands, wiped their mouths, and moved on. And it'd be interesting though if Salah starts, wouldn't it? K-Mac. It'd be interesting to see if Salah
I hope
starts.
he doesn't. I hope we just give him an holiday now. just give him a rest. Like, the guy's never had a bloody break. Like, he's either been AFCON, World Cup, friendlies, training, Liverpool, AFCON, like, just consistently over and over and over again. He's never really had a holiday.
Olympics this
And
summer
I think
as
the
well.
only holiday he had, we pestered him all holiday for a new contract. And he
Pretty
signed
much,
it while
yeah.
he was on holiday. Do you remember?
Yeah.
His holes,
I
man.
swear there's the Olympics this summer where Egypt are desperate for him to
Oh.
play as well. So
God, just non-stop. Just let him have a few weeks off.
Yeah, that'd be interesting because you're allowed, was it 2 overaged players? And obviously they got to pick Mo, ain't they? But
Gonna be a minute.
look, would Mo like to win the Olympics of Egypt? Of course. Is he going to win the Olympics of Egypt? No.
no,
So it's just like, let's move on from the Mo, shall we? But K-Mac, how you doing, man?
I'm all right. I did a show earlier this evening. You tuned in, Jamie. Cheers.
Yeah.
It was interesting. It was going really well, and then I started to lose my shit at the end. And then I did like a 15-minute rant.
Oh, all right. You sound like me there. You sound like
I just blew out of steam, and I was just like, okay.
I do that all the
Watch
time.
X-Files then.
There you go, chill out. I do that all the time. I'm like, I go sit here and have a chill conversation this afternoon and all that, and then 10 minutes later, I just erupt.
I'm actually blaming the chat because the chat was like, talk about Trent, and I was like,
oh, right. So you've got to talk
and
about
then,
it.
15 minutes later.
You were pleasing the crowd. That's what you were doing.
So,
you were pleasing the crowd. But K-Mac, Tottenham game, we're just basically saying before you came on there, me and Luke, was basically like, look, we've got 3 games to go. Champions League is secured now. I believe we only need 1 point, and then it's 3 games to finish top 3. We've got the League Cup in the bag. Nothing really to play for. What's the harm of Jadon Dan's playing against Spurs?
There's no harm in just playing a lot of those players now for me. Just no point, or maybe just like play the players you don't like. just make them work harder. Salah might get played then.
Yeah, I mean,
like a 97% chance that we won't make the Champions League or something. So it's like, I think they need a massive 28 goal swing or something.
We got to concede 28 goals in 3 games. Now,
it's just,
I know we're defensively bad, but look, we're not that bad.
We're not that bad.
And ask Jay, what are you going to do if Endo leaves? This will tell you.
Sorry.
Yeah, that.
I'll still have a good night's sleep.
Yeah. Endo's my man. He's my brother. I love the man. I love Endo. Came over here with no expectations and left with no expectations. Do you know how hard that is to do? That's why I love that man. Oh, lovely. Windows Defender Microsoft just said there's no problems with your antivirus. Oh, fantastic. Goodbye. Right. Well,
don't be answering the phone to any Indians, mate.
No. I just, yeah. Endo.
Oh, you heard the new one? Sorry, have you heard the new scam, by the way? I know this isn't football related, but if someone rings you up and they say, can you hear me? Can you hear me? And if you say, yeah, they'll record your voice and they'll use it.
AI.
Yeah.
I just don't answer the phone to people I don't know anymore.
Just don't answer the phone to anyone. Just be
shame that my job involves answering phones.
Yeah. Luke's got a massive. Luke's voice has gone around the country.
Yeah, it has. I'm sure. Yeah.
Luke's in bang trouble. But no, if there's a phone call, I don't, unless I've got their name programmed into my phone, or it's like the kids' school or something like that, I don't answer the phone, man.
Yeah.
And if they don't leave a message or text me, they're obviously not important enough, is it? So
exactly. Yeah.
But yeah, Endo, guys. Do you reckon he's leaving in the summer? It looked like rumours coming out of Arne Slot. I probably don't particularly fancy him for the job. He was a Jurgen Klopp buyer. I don't think Michael Edwards and not more Michael Edwards, more Richard Hughes probably don't want to keep him around, Luke. So what do you reckon?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think anyone in that squad, no one is guaranteed to be staying there next season, unless your name is Virgil van Dijk and Trent and McAllister. I think anyone should be looking over their shoulder because they could be on the chopping block. Edwards is going to show no emotion, no mercy. If the data doesn't match the laptop, you're gone. If you want to leave, you'll go. Sort of thing. So, yeah, I think anyone can get it this summer.
Yeah, I love Wataru Endo. I just think, for a player that had nothing about him really, coming real cheap, he did a job for most of the season and died out towards the end. Fair enough assessment, K-Mac?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say it was particularly his fault either. The fact that he died out towards the end, because most of our team died out with him. He tried his best. He had some really good games, by the way.
He did.
I do, weirdly enough, I do think he might stay as a squad player, because
I don't mind
he
that.
looks like that type of player that you could have in a number of positions.
Yeah.
We're not exactly full of DMs, as in we haven't got any, apart from him and Stefan.
I've got Bajcetic who's just coming back off a growth spurt.
I know, but he's but by the looks of it, he's made of quavers.
Well, it's like,
I mean, he's got big calves when he's made of quavers.
He's got the Jack Grealish calves.
It's like everyone says we need a robust DM. Is Stefan a robust DM? That's the issue there. Like, do we need
big thighs?
do we need a more physical presence in that position, Luke, in the summer?
Oh yes, definitely. We definitely need more of a physical presence. Ideally, I don't want to be going back to final to get their DM, because I really only want to be going back for maybe one player he knows really, really well that he can take with him. Like, let's not get the whole final team. Let's not do a Ten Hag and get the whole Ajax team to come over because you know them. Like, we do need a bit more of a robust DM. Yeah, again, is there anyone out there that's attainable that's going to match the data for us to go and get?
Yeah, I mean, I'm with Wade as well. I don't think a load of players will leave this summer. Like I said, we don't need a massive rebuild. We just need plug a few holes.
We need a couple of pieces.
And then we'll be all right. It's just, the pieces have got to be correct. That's all it is. There's some players are probably, I don't know what they're going to do. Say a Simicast and they're an Endo. Are they going to look at Simicast and Endo and think, Owen Beck's coming back. He's got a lot more potential than Simicast, in my opinion. You've still got Robbo there. You're probably going to see him still play. So I don't know if you need certain players. It's going to be interesting, though. It really is. But, Luke, I think there's talk of Liverpool buying a winger in the summer, a wide player.
Centre half as well as on that.
We're definitely getting a centre back. There's no doubt about that. But the winger guys, the wide player is a interesting conversation, because the way Arne Slot likes to play, his wide players play a bit like Man City's wide players. They're not really about GA, where for the last 9 years under Klopp, our wide players are more about GA, ain't they? Getting their goals or assists or creating something in that mind where they come inside forwards, but that's not the way he plays, sort of thing. So I was always thinking Diaz might go this summer, but in a way, ain't Diaz the perfect wide player, K-Mac, actually for Arne Slot, because he's not really interested as much as that goal scoring winger as we've been used to for the last few years.
I mean, Diaz has started to get his speed back as well, but the only problem with Diaz is Diaz asked for a transfer last year. Like everyone seems to forget, he asked for a transfer last year.
Plus, Papa Diaz has been talking. Oh,
yeah, we couldn't transfer him. We could only get a loan, and we didn't want to loan him out because that would have been pointless, you know. So we kept him, and I don't think anything's changed. I think he still wants to transfer, and unfortunately for Diaz, his dad won't shut up, and he has the same agent as Amorim, who absolutely cocked up any kind of move he was ever going to get to us. So he's really not giving himself any favours. And the weird thing about Diaz, he's never had a contract renewal or a pay rise. Like loads of other players did. Like, do you really think Joe Gomez deserved one? Like last year, like I thought Diaz probably would have got one, but for some reason, he's just not been the guy that's been given a new contract. So I think he might go.
Plus, Diaz wants to go to a club that wouldn't even be able to like afford him. Like I think Barcelona can't even afford.
How do you feel about a Rafinha swap with Diaz?
No,
I can't stand Rafinha.
He's got end product though.
I don't know. I never liked him at Leeds either. Gangan Deep, because to be fair, K-Mac, I didn't even know as well. He said about that. I didn't even know.
Yeah, I know. Simon Brundish.
So
there you go. There you go. Big up, Romeo Kenobi. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, Diaz has been twerking for Barca. Look, if I'm going to let a wide player go that is replaceable, it probably is. I literally think it might be Luis Diaz because Cody Gakpo is.
I think he will start left wing.
He's an Arnold slot kind of left winger, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Salah is going to be the one. You know, if Arnold slot wants to come to Liverpool, he wants Mo Salah to stay. You know, he'll find somewhere for Mo Salah. There's no doubt about that. So,
sorry.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
JB, let's be honest. Arnie Slot doesn't want his wide players to have any GA. We can put any of our players in there.
Yeah.
You can put Gakpo, you can put Nunez.
That is very true. That is very true.
Just throw them all in there.
Nunez and Elliot.
But we've had
definitely Elliot. He thrived there, wouldn't he? No GA.
And by the way, people were talking about the GA thing. It's not like you don't want them to score or anything, but the whole purpose, it's a different purpose of playing. So Liverpool's purpose of playing is their wide players are the creative goal forces in their team. That's not the purpose of, say, when you watch Man City's wide players, you know, Bernardo Silva play on the wide area. You know, Doku or Grealish can play in the wide areas. They get the odd goal and assist here and there, but that's not their main goal. It's about keeping and controlling possession in wide areas of the pitch. That's what the goal is more in them positions. And it'd just be a total different contrast in the way the team is. And if I look at someone like Gakpo, I think Gakpo can hold the ball up pretty well, control it in the wider areas quite well. So I think he'd be all right. Salah, I don't know if he suits. I think he might be the forward. I think Salah might be the number 9 next year, guys. I don't know how you feel, but I'm looking at it.
He's done that before.
I'm just looking at it now and thinking he might turn him into the number 9 next year. I know a lot of people.
The weird thing about it is that's why we signed Salah, because he was so good at playing the number 9.
Yeah.
That's why we signed him.
He had a run in 18-19 where it was Shaqiri, Firmino, Mane playing behind Salah.
Yeah.
For like a period where he did really, really, really well. And then that's never happened again.
I
think he scored 32 goals that year. From
that
position as well.
Salah can score goals through the middle. Salah can score goals through the middle. There's no doubt about it. He's got the strength as well. He holds players off.
What's people's biggest criticism of him, especially since he's come back from AFCON? Can't really dribble past anyone. But when he's up front, he's not going to need to be doing that to be skinning people.
No, you just need to put the ball in the box of Mo.
In the box. And that leaves the perfect opportunity to get the Cavani from Wish out. Out.
Who's going to score? It's a different way of playing because Mo wouldn't run into the space like Darwin does because Darwin's just natural at running into the space. But if you got a cross along the pitch, a cutback from, you know, who'd you rather in the middle of the goal, Darwin or Mo?
Mo.
I mean, it's just I don't know if
there's Mo really missed from inside the box. That's the question.
It's just I'd literally put Mo in there. I really would.
He really misses from inside the box. It's the ones which he tries from outside the box which he misses now.
Colin the Red stealing that Cavani from Wish.
He is Cavani from Wish.
He is Cavani from Wish.
And by the way, guys, anyone, I know people have a go at us having a go at Darwin, but there's nothing more than we hope that Darwin turns us all around. Yeah, that's what we. It's not like we don't want Darwin to become great. We all want Darwin to become great. At the moment, though, the proof's not there. But could Arne Slot get something out of him? I'll tell you what, I would laugh my ass off if Arne Slot makes Darwin phenomenal. If he goes, what are you doing with that German? Yeah, it's not quite, because Dutch and Germans don't like each other, by the way. So it's like, what are you doing? What are you doing that German? Yeah, this is what I want him to do.
He won't get a chance, mate. he'll be out the door,
hey,
mate.
I've literally just
he's an asset, but they can make a bit of money off.
Yeah.
I literally just seen something about like a United are willing to get rid of Sancho for 50 million this summer.
Yeah, they just never would sell to us. That's the problem, mate.
I tell you what, he'd work in the slot team.
If
he'd work in the slot team. He's got the pace.
I like Jadon Sancho. I've got a problem with Jadon Sancho, the player, more than anything, because I believe Jadon Sancho down tools at United, and that's on the player as well as the manager. Because I don't like Bruno Fernandes. I can't stand him, but he tries every United game to do something in the game, to try and change the game in some way. When I watch Jadon Sancho, I'm like, nah, he's just down in tools, man. Down in tools. I'm not a particular fan of his. I ain't gonna lie. Great player. Him alone, I just don't. Nah, not for me, man. Not for me. But Salah stuff, I don't know if I'd play Salah straight up top. Maybe just behind the striker. But then if you're going to play Mo behind the striker, for me, you need a number 9 that's better at holding onto the ball.
I don't think Ivan Toney, but Tony's too much of a.
If you played Ivan Toney as a 9 and Salah just behind him, yeah. And then you had Diaz and Somerville. Get Diaz or Somerville playing on the wings.
Are you almost
not Somerville? Not
Somerville. I like Somerville.
He's done nothing. He gives the ball away a lot as well and misses a lot. I mean, nah, not for me. Not for me. My worry is he goes back to Feyenoord and gets that Guimaraes, and he's basically got another Darwin Nunez.
The only thing with him, though, as we're saying with Mo, if he's playing with him as a second striker, he's very good at holding up the ball. He's got better type control than Darwin has. So if you want to play Mo in that sort of situation, you need a striker up top that's better holding onto the ball. Uses his strength well, can play with his back against the goal, hold it well. And Mo playing around that could be fantastic. I do like Somerville. I think he's a good player. My thing with Somerville, if Liverpool were to buy him, I'd have him in the mindset that he's a squad player, not coming in there just as a first teamer, but the build up is, his career at Liverpool. I'd actually go and get someone a bit more elite and get Somerville in as well. Then there's
only one player I want out of Leeds, and that's
Archie Gray.
That's him.
Yeah. Archie Gray be at Man City, in my opinion.
Mental player.
He was very good.
Still so young as well.
The thing was, look, this is the winger I want, is Kudus. And a lot of people, I know Cal said he's
got a release. He's got a release clause,
His release clause.
Yeah, Goldstein confirmed that. It's not like
sneak that one out.
It's rumored to be. It's rumored to be between 50 and 60 million. That's what it's rumored to be. I don't know if it's less than that.
Sorry, I got Wolf Medwards. Yeah, he's on it. He's on.
I don't know if it's less than that or more than that. It could be 80, 90 million for all I know. I'm just going what the rumors are, between 50 and 60 mil. Now, if he wants to play Mo in a more central position, and you go and buy Kudus on the right, and then you keep a Diaz and Gakpo for the left, and I don't know.
It's funny that Gang and Deep's just put a thing in there. Do you want to bring that up, Jamie? Gang and Deep. That's exactly what the committee wanted. Gang and Deep. The committee asked for Kudus.
And then Klopp
it was Pep and Klopp that wanted Gakpo.
Weren't they the same price as well? In fact, weren't Gakpo more?
They were cheap. Kudus was cheaper.
How much did Kudus go for in the summer?
35?
34. I think it was 34, 35.
Yeah.
We paid 40. Oh, for fuck's sake! Did we pay 40 million?
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Jamie finally clocked on that we got.
Now I know, right? I've seen people on Twitter, by the way, put this up that why do Liverpool fans want Kudus when he's got less goals than Luis Diaz this summer, and everyone wants Luis Diaz out. He plays for West Ham. We, on paper, and it's an actual fact, are the most attacking team in the Premier League that creates the most chances out of any team in the Premier League. If you put Kudus in that, he's going to get more goals. Look at Jota when he was at Wolves.
He also went to AFCON for a month, and he's been injured as well.
Exactly. And look at and also look at Jota. Look at Jota when he was at Wolves. And people were like, he won't get the goals. He won't get the goals. Now Liverpool fans call him Liverpool's most clinical striker.
Yeah, plus I do think there is going to be a bit of a...
Sorry.
I do think that there's going to be a bit of a clear out at West Ham, because I swear I saw something saying Paqueta, Kudus and Edson Alvarez may be like leaving in the summer.
Yeah, when they got their new manager in. West Ham fans.
Paqueta's going to Man City, but that's already been... That's already agreed.
Done. Yeah, that's already done. If Paqueta goes there, Bruno goes there as well, because they're best mates, aren't they? West Ham fans, or that they hate David Moyes. I understand why they don't like David Moyes, although I think he's actually quite a successful West Ham manager.
He's a legend.
But then,
absolute legend.
They hate him. They hate him because of his style of football. But they go and get a manager in who's absolute dog tired. You know, it's mad to me. Absolutely mad.
I mean, he could have had Hammer in.
Could have had Hammer in. Guys, do you want to see a quick replay of Liverpool's final few weeks of the Premier League season?
Let's have a joke.
Would everyone in the chat love to see a replay of Liverpool's final few weeks of the Premier League season? Would you like to see it?
Yeah,
right, I'm going to play it now. It's a minute long. It's Liverpool's last few weeks, how we've been playing for the rest of this season. Here we go.
Nuts. Okay, I need to go in. You okay? I hate this one so much.
Was that Dominic Szoboszlai at the end? after he did the lactate test.
That is
hey, we got a good drink. We got catfish.
That was that was Liverpool the last few weeks.
That's some fantasy goal.
Oh man, that is that's awful, man. That's awful.
They're running on Lego as well. Even worse. Jeez.
Oh man. Jurgen Klopp though. Jurgen Klopp. He's had a go at everyone today. He's unloaded. I think they play better. Jurgen Klopp has unloaded on everyone, guys. 3 games ago, he's decided. He woke up this morning and thought, violence, just violence. I don't give a shit no more. Find me. What are you gonna do? Ban me from a pitch that I could just break and not matter because I'm retiring. He basically, what he said about TNT Sports, I won't ever watch them again. And
wait to see that he'd come and be a pundit for them.
Yeah, and it's like, and he made a thing about the 12:30 kickoffs that a lot of people have had a go about Klopp about, but Klopp's got a point. Only came out because you can play a maximum. A club is only allowed to play a maximum of 6 Premier League games a season at 12:30 kickoffs. Liverpool, the only team who maxed that out. Man City played 3.
I think the you know what though, he came out with something which is really, really important, and people need to understand this about the type of guy we've had for so long. He talks about players' welfare, but what he talked about was our failure as a country in the European competitions, and it's because the TV companies and our own Premier League have literally screwed us over and not helped any of the teams that have gone far in competitions in Europe in those competitions. And all the other countries have done that. They've helped their teams.
Yeah.
They've given them longer breaks. They've given them better kickoff times. And all of ours have just gone, yeah, whatever. We don't care. We just want more money. We just want more viewers. And now all the teams are looking like they're going to drop out the league, drop out of all the competitions. And he's right. He's absolutely right. Like 100%.
And Pep Guardiola backed him up on it as well.
100%.
I think Pep said a thing the other day when they went out to Real Madrid, and then a few days later had to play a game, and he was like, "This is not right."
But everyone applauded him. Like, look at everyone on the UC panel; they absolutely loved it, agreed with it, saying, "Yes, yes, Pep, please, Pep, 3 bags full, Pep." But when Klopp does it, oh look at this moany German just talking shit. Get the F out this league. I'm thinking they're saying the same thing.
I thought Bayern Leverkusen only played 48 games this season.
47
games this season.
Ain't that the same?
Ain't that? Yeah.
That's why I know how many games they're playing.
Ain't that
undefeated?
That's less than a lot of the teams in the Premier League. You know, a lot of the big teams in the Premier League. You know, and they look fresh still. I think Liverpool played 56. Is that right?
Yeah, I think this weekend is the 56. Yeah. And we've had the least amount of
and we've had the least amount of time between games as well, ain't we?
Yeah.
We've had like 1 point, I think it's like 1.2
I've actually got the thing
of space between games and training.
I think
it got worked out like I think like 1.2 days between training and games, like consistently all season, which is just bonkers.
Yeah,
it's absolutely mental. Like what our squad's gone through like this year.
Someone mentioned about would you guys be in favour of scrapping the Carabao and just having the FA Cup? No.
Like, no, next season, like I said it in my show before, next season, win the FA Cup and the Carabao, don't care. Like, it's Champions League and Premier League.
But the thing is, right, like if they say, yeah, we're going to get rid of the FA Cup replays, it's going to help the schedule. You've added an extra 3 more Champions League games, which is going to basically replace the FA Cup replays with Champions League games. So the schedule's not changed. You've probably made it worse. And I think I saw that some broadcast company want to have the opening weekend of the Premier League played in America. So money's talking.
Yeah, but everyone was. But then they all told the Super League off for being selfish and greedy.
No, yeah. Maybe the Super League was the right thing. Just maybe the way they presented it was bloody awful.
I said this on your show a while ago, Jamie, to you. Like, I think the Super League would have been brilliant. Like, we probably would have won it. We're good in Europe. Like, who goes to the game anymore? Especially with VAR. I don't.
It's very.
Like, you score a goal and then wait. Like, score a goal and then wait like 30 seconds to celebrate. Like,
I know Chalobah against Spurs waited like 4 minutes.
Not real. Doesn't feel real.
Look, football's shit now. Let's face it. That's not lie. Football shit. But look, this is the graph here. So average time between games in the Premier League. This is from Opta. So Liverpool 53 games we played. There you go. Look how many. Look, we've had it all against us this season. Look at that. Look how many more minutes in games between games City have had, and they've only played 1 game less. Look at Arsenal. Look how favoured Arsenal have been. This is what, and you wonder why Liverpool shattered.
Yeah. Arsenal
have only played 47 games, man. Liverpool played 53 and they had less minutes in between games than any other team in the Premier League this season. Arsenal had quite a lot, really.
Why have we played so many? Oh, we had Europa
Because
League.
we went to the final of the one, and we went to Europa League, didn't we?
We had Europa League. That took.
But that just showed. But the Europa League also shows that they don't care about English. The Premier League don't care about English teams in Europe because, you know, Germany, Italy, and Spain. I believe they get the weekend off if they're playing in Europe, don't they?
Yeah, look what they did for Madrid.
Yeah,
they're getting the weekend off, but I don't think they've got. I think because we've got the extra domestic cup. I was going to say that, but France has got the same thing. They've got 2 domestic cups, and they still managed to fit everything in. But yeah, again, the money talks in the Premier League.
They also moved their games to like Friday nights and stuff like that as well.
Yeah, I think unlike
they moved their games around
the other countries, we've got so many different broadcasters that we're all that the Premier League are trying to make happy. You've got TNT, you've got Sky, you've got Amazon, you've probably Peacock. Like all companies you want to keep happy, give them the best games. And that's why you get like a Tuesday night, a Wednesday night, a Thursday night, a Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon, Saturday night time. So, yeah.
Yeah. This American fixture, I don't know why they're so obsessed to going to America. I don't get it. They don't like football. They don't like football. Why do we keep trying to encourage them to like a sport they don't like? I don't like American football. It's shit.
It's shit.
American football is crap. The only good thing about American football is the adverts. That is literally the only thing good. It's look, American football, if you take all the commercials out of it, the adverts out of it, the 10 minutes they do for interviews or sponsorship, and you take all that out of it, it's a 1 hour game. How does a 1 hour game last 6 hours? I don't, it's boring. They take a whole team off and bring a whole team on to defend. What is this shit?
What I don't understand is why have they got such a complicated sport when they're all dumb people?
Jesus Christ!
They're really dumb. We're really dumb as an actual country and people.
Right.
Like, what's the capital of France?
Like,
they don't know anything about geography or anything.
For my beautiful American audience, this is the views of K-Mac.
That's just me, okay? That's just me. All right.
I love Americans. I just don't like your sport.
Is this Joe
Biden's?
Keep
your Joe Biden.
Get your Joe Biden. Did you see Trump today when an aeroplane went over him and he thought it was China? It was hilarious, man. Did you
guys? That plane's China. That plane is China. China.
He told us about the China virus.
Fake news, guys. Fake news. Corona, China virus. China.
Hey, I didn't know you got an impersonator on, mate.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Conor McGregor's better.
Yeah.
But no, I don't get the American. I don't get why we're pleasing other countries. It's our sport. Why do we have to take our brand? The Premier League is our brand. It's English brand. Why do we have to take it around the world to have a game of football? Why? Look, isn't pre-season enough? Do you really think all these managers and players want to go all around the world for pre-season? They just want to train at home.
But I remember when Klopp just had a go at like needing to go to Singapore. Like not this season before. That pre-season Klopp was like, why do I have to come to Singapore?
That ruined our season. That ruined our season. All our players.
Singapore triple sessions.
They were cooked. They were cooked anyway because it was like 50 degrees.
Yeah.
Because we came back, didn't we, and played those German teams that Klopp used to support when he was a kid in his hometown and got battered.
Oh God. Jeez. Yeah, but I think
and then he had them all on the bikes, and you're like, who's going to fall off the bike now? Which one is it going to be?
United played 8 pre-season games.
That's bonkers.
Why? It's mad. Why? I like the good old days when they just used to do pre-season at home, or maybe go
to play Tranmere. It was just Tranmere and Crewe, and that was it.
Liverpool used to go to Ireland a lot. Liverpool used to go to Ireland a lot for pre-seasons and stuff like that. Now, you're traveling all around the world, like Australia, America, parts of Asia. I know it's all because of sponsorship. That's all it is, because they pay so much money. They're like, what is it now? They have the Asian Cup, the Premier League trophy. So much money and sponsorship has gone into it. Millions and millions and millions of pounds. Yeah, the Emirates Cup. Arsenal's pre-season is mostly at home. They have one little tour, then they go home for 2 weeks. You know, let's get the Anfield Cup going, man. Let's get the Anfield Cup.
Didn't we have something like that a couple of years ago?
Oh, you know what? I think we did. You know,
didn't we have like a? It wasn't the Anfield Cup, but it was a cup that we had at home, and I remember we did it a few times.
Didn't we not win it? I swear we did
won it. Every time we did it, we won it. We probably stopped doing it because we kept on winning it. Like Arsenal never win their own cup.
Yeah,
that's probably why they keep on doing it, so they can win it one time.
Yeah, and a quick mention before I get back to Klopp as well. The kit, look, £80 to £125 for any kit anywhere is ludicrous, and I know a lot of people are blaming the owners. It's got literally for once it's it's all to do with Nike. Why do you reckon
they wanted it more?
They
wanted more money.
The England kit is £125. It is just the what, and I believe Adidas, some Adidas kits coming out next season are actually £5 more expensive. So, yeah, it's a piss take. It really is for people to.
Yeah, that kit gives me 13-14 vibes.
Yeah, it's just
and for all the wrong reasons.
All the wrong reasons.
Yeah. But Klopp, going against everyone. I've got this is a little video of Jurgen Klopp in his press conference against Wolves when he no longer gives a shit. So you imagine it now, 2 weeks' time, Klopp sitting there, press conference against Wolves. His final ever game, and he's decided, I don't give a shit no more, and I'm going to let you all know how I feel.
Noah! Larry, what the hell are you doing?
Larry!
Larry, you can't just... Oh,
Larry! Oh, are you all right? How did...
Larry! Righto. What's going on here?
Oh, sir, I'm arrested. Oh!
I was waiting for the cat at the
end. That's Klopp on his.
Hey, if Paul Tierney's the ref on that Wolves game,
he's going out there and give him a slap.
Right. He's gonna cook him.
Klopp
hey,
on
let me just got something for Gary Neville. I swear to God, I need to pipe bomb on that guy.
Paul Tierney's the ref for the Spurs game.
David Coots on VAR.
David Coots. I bet Coots is on VAR. I bet you Coots is on VAR.
Hey, Coots being the VAR for the Euros.
You just couldn't make it up, could you? You really could not make it up. Like, just it's mad. It's just
but I don't blame Klopp if he wants to go at everyone on the final game against Wolves. It looks like he's building up to it. He started slowly with TNT Sport and
low hanging fruit.
And the Premier League. He started low. He's building himself up. He's like, I don't give a shit. I'm leaving. Let's do it.
Hey, do you think he got the pipe bomb on FSG right at the end where he goes, I'm not tired. Those guys have just forced me out. Boom.
Oh, could you imagine if he said that?
Imagine it was like,
the internet would die. The internet would die.
It's FSG fault. They said Michael Edwards is coming back. I went no, and they went, that's not how it's working. And the reason why he's taking the year out is not because he wants to, is because he has to.
And then drops the mic. Yeah,
drops the mic.
Or he sits there at the end and goes, guys, I got given 200 million every transfer window.
I just didn't want to spend it, bitches.
I just didn't want to spend it, and then drops the mic.
Oh my god! No!
I changed Bellingham down. That one. I didn't want to pay you 350 grand a week. And drops the mic.
Oh my god! No. Oh no. Can you imagine if like he did say on his final game against Wolves, he went, look, as you said, I'm not tired. I'm not the only reason I'm tired and exhausted is because FSG have done it to me. I'm leaving Liverpool because of FSG. All the FSG outers, if he said that, would look like this. Every single FSG outer, if Klopp said that, would look like that. They were like, "Where's right? Where's right?" It'd be everywhere, wouldn't it? It'd be everywhere over their computers.
God, that guy really looks like one of those like typical Scousers that everyone thinks that Scousers look like.
Oh Jesus Christ!
With that tash and curly hair.
It'd be hilarious. I'll be all for it, man. I'll be here for the content. I don't care, man. I don't care. I'm here for the content. Let's do it. But look, got some transfer news as well. So apparently, KUBO, I think that's how you pronounce his name.
Who?
Who? You do know who KUBO is, don't you?
No, I don't.
Newsflash.
I don't really watch other leagues, so I don't know who the guy is. so
Japanese international, plays for Real Sociedad. I believe he's got a release clause. I'm not sure how much a release clause is. He's a very tricky, quick winger. Think of the likes of Matoma, but in my opinion, better.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd rather just get Matoma. He's
absolutely
amazing.
I think KUBO. I think what I've seen of KUBO is better than Matoma.
60 mil release clause. Hey, Edwards has just got his laptop and go, who's got a release clause of about 60 million quid? And then he's literally got a list of everyone that's got 60 million pound release clause.
Also, with Matoma, Brighton are so hard. You know, Matoma's going to cost 100 mil.
He'll have a release clause, mate.
You know, Matoma's
did you see the links with I think they were loose links, but like £55 million for Carlos Baleba from Brighton as well.
He's not done enough for me yet.
Yeah,
I think he's like, is he 18 or 19 still? He's still
20,
really young. 20.
Hey, release clause FC.
I know he cooked us.
FC.
I know he cooked us, but he's not done enough for me.
What we got to remember is the wingers that we're going for. I know a lot of people were saying like people like KUBO and that have only got 7 goals and all that, but the way we're going to probably play, it's not going to matter as much as it did in the Klopp era, like the Jurgen Klopp era. I think that's what we got to get away from. That you know, your Salahs, your Manes, your Diaz's who are bought for goals, your Darwins who can play in a wide area, your Jotas, your Gakpos that are really actually brought to come to Liverpool to score goals and assist in them wide areas. I'm not going to be the way we need to play next year.
There's so much pressure on that central striker to actually be clinical, because if we are moving away from basically the wingers being the creators and everything is going to rely on that striker, oh my God, that striker has got to be clinical, because if that's Darwin and he goes on one of his, misses and then he's smiling and then everyone's going, Nunez, I'll be like saying, get out.
Yeah, I mean, it's you do need to be more a bit clinical. There's no doubt about it. I think we're going to get a number 9. I wouldn't be surprised if we got a striker. It wouldn't shock me.
Like Osimhen linked about, but
yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we got a striker come in, because Darwin's going to be around. I don't think they're going to let Darwin go, because they probably feel like there's too much financially built up into him yet. Plus, we haven't finished paying off his transfer fee, by the way. So they ain't going to let him go.
That's what we're talking about. He doesn't care.
Yeah, the thing is that we haven't paid off his transfer fee, so you'd have to pay that off if you go sell him, and then that would offsell what you'd want to give the manager to buy, wouldn't it? So I think with Darwin, he stays. Who do you think out of the front lineup, guys? Who do you think is on the chopping block in real terms? Who do you think is going, mate?
So I think Diaz will go, because the contract, just because his dad, just because he asked for a transfer a season ago. I think that's a high possibility, and also he was signed for relatively cheap money. Like, he will probably get 10-15 million more than we signed him for. There's a good chance we'll get 50 for him, and you know, Saudi Arabian clubs might come knocking as well.
Saudi.
Yeah, so I think he's as good as gone. Nunez, I really do feel Nunez. They'll try and get rid of Nunez. I just do.
I think we need to get rid of him if there's someone.
He's just not a Hughes or Edwards style of player. Like the data's just not there for him. And it's look, guys. Like he's played 62 Premier League games. He scored 20 goals in 2 seasons.
That's not good enough.
He's missed 46 big chances in those games. It's just not good enough. And that's your second season. Like your second season, you've improved slightly, and you've had an absolute shit ton more chances. No, I mean he scored more goals and got more assists. That's it.
I don't know if he has.
Has he not scored more goals?
But
I think he scored more goals this season. I think he scored 12.
Hang on, let me.
This season, he got 8 last.
Have a look.
But for me, I do think, like you came out, I do think Diaz. If you're talking about like guaranteed, most likely going to go, it's him. I do think Salah is probably going to sign like another year, get one more year out of him, and then we'll take whatever money Saudi offer. Because I do think the reason why we're probably not going to push to get rid of Salah this summer is because he's probably not said anything to the club saying, I want to go. Because I think Salah still wants to play Champions League football, and he knows the second he goes to Saudi, that dream is over. So I think he stays. I think there is another one, Diego Jota. Quality finisher.
No,
but he is not around
enough. So the Jota thing, I think the Jota one's really interesting because I believe that if we gave him his own regime, his own training regime, and we did what we did with Daniel Sturridge to get the best out of Sturridge, because he was an injury-prone fucker for a long time, I reckon we will get the best out of Jota if we do that. And that's going to take something from the new medical team or the new performance team to work out. Because I feel that we rushed Jota back way too much because we haven't got anyone else that can score.
Sure.
And the amount of times he reoccurs injuries is ridiculous. Like, that's the main reason.
I'm looking at Darwin's stats here, yeah? So in 22-23 season, he played 29 Premier League games and got 9 goals, yeah? In the 23-24 season, the season we're in now, he's played 33 games, so he's played more, and he's got 11 goals.
Yeah.
So he's got 20 Premier League goals in 2 seasons. He's hardly improved. Yeah?
Okay.
He's got 17 goals this season in all competitions. Last season, he had 15.
I don't really call any of the other. I don't really rate players on all the other competitions. I'm sorry, because I rate them on the hardest competition that they play in, which is obviously the Premier League. Like I always do that because you play loads of dead rubber games, you play loads of shit teams, whatever. Like, you know what I mean? You know, you can score 2 goals against, I don't know, State Union or whatever they're called. Like, it's irrelevant to me. Like the 2 goals he scored against Newcastle, yeah, they're relevant. They were good goals. They won us the game. Like, but how many of the goals has he scored since then? What was that? 7. He scored 7 goals after that.
This season, he's got 5 goals in Europa League, yeah, in 10 games.
Yeah, whatever.
Last season, he had 4 goals in 8 games in the Champions League. So he probably scored against harder teams last season in Europe than he did this year. And and then he's got the same 1 in 2, 8 in 4 and 10 in 5. He's got the same 1 in 2 goal things in Europe. And he's not much difference in the Premier League. Like if the Premier League stopped today, if he doesn't score any more goals in the Premier League this season, he's only scored 2 more than last season.
The crazy thing is I did this on my show earlier. I did these numbers. Okay, so you've got I'm doing Gapco, Diaz, Gapco, Diaz, Nunez, Jota, and Salah. Okay, and this is how they've compared in goals over the times we've had these players at the club. So we've had Diaz for 3 years. He scored 16 goals in 3 years. Okay.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Then you got Nunez 2 years, 20 goals. Then you've got Gakpo, 2 years, 13 goals.
Well,
Jota, 3 years, 33 goals. And he's been injured for loads.
Yeah,
Salah, 3 years, 56 goals.
Yeah, Salah and Jota are over there. That's what
but it
Salah
doesn't matter. They're still strikers. They're still playing up front. Like,
no. What I'm saying,
the others are.
Let's put Salah and Jota over there because they're completely different. They're on a different planet to everyone else in our team. So Salah and Jota are over there.
Safe.
And then let's look around at what the others do. Let's look at what Darwin does.
Gakpo is 2 years, by the way. We've had him 2 years. We've had him 2 years.
2 years,
Yeah.
January, ain't it?
Yeah, 13 goals.
The thing I will stick up with Gakpo about, he's the only player out of all them lot who plays multiple positions when he shouldn't. That's the only thing. Like he plays
his
in
own saving grace.
He plays in the number 8 position. He plays in the number 9 position. He plays right wing, and then he plays left wing. So the only thing I'll give Gakpo a pass on is Darwin's not playing in midfield and all that, and and Darwin's a striker. We bought him as a striker. He's an out and out striker, and his goal contribution is only a little bit more than Cody Gakpo, who plays in every other position and is not a striker. That's a problem. It's a massive issue that we are just sort of. I don't get it. I don't. I don't get why there's so much love for Darwin. I don't get it. I really don't get it. I don't get it. And I understand why people have a go at Gakpo, but yeah, it's just.
There was loads of love for Andy Carroll because he used to chase down the goalkeeper. But it ran out. It ran out when he started just being a donkey.
Yeah, I mean, Colin says Jamie are you saying he changes Gakpo about as useless where he's played? Yeah, but if you're a left winger, Colin, and you're told to play centre mid, how will you go play? You put Salah in central midfield, how will Salah go play? I'm not being. I've said this all season with Cody Gakpo. Playing for a whole season in his position, let's see how he goes. Play him a whole season in his position. I can't really rate Cody Gakpo because he don't play in his position. When we bought him, he played false 9.
We played Gakpo as a left winger now 3 games, the last 3 games that he's played, and he hasn't scored a goal.
No, but he created more chances than anyone.
Yeah, I know, but he still hasn't. There was no.
Yeah, but his game is not to score. This is the thing. He's a left winger, and he created more chances than anyone else in our team in the last 3 games.
Yeah,
that's why he should play. Cody Gakpo would do more in the final third than Luis Diaz, and people just don't like to hear it. He literally would. He literally would, but just people don't want to hear it. I just think they're all shit low at the end of the day. I ain't gonna lie.
I love the simplicity. They're
all just shit.
I don't think they're all good enough. I can stick up for Cody Gakpo, but I still don't think he's good enough. I don't think Luis Diaz is good enough. Jota's good enough and Salah's good enough, so the stats prove it. Darwin's not good enough. Well, I don't understand the discourse on Darwin. I really don't get it. If I told you guys, you woke up from a coma, both of you woke up from a coma, right? I woke you both up, because I could do that, right? And
both next to each other in comas.
Yeah.
Christ.
And it was just a coincidence, yeah. And I woke you both up, all right. And before you went, you knew we was in for Darwin Nunez, yeah. 2 years later, you both come out your coma.
Yeah,
you both come out your coma, and you both went, look, how's Darwin getting on? I remember we were going for him. Did we buy him? Right? Yeah, we bought Darwin, 85 million. 85 million. 85 million for Darwin. How's he getting on? He's got 20 goals in 2 Premier League seasons. What? Each season he's got 40 goals. No. He's got 20 Premier League goals in 2 seasons. How would you react?
I'd probably fall out my bed and be in an accident then.
Yeah, stick me back like coma, mate. I'll wake up when away will go. I don't put me straight back in. Hey, Jamie, I'm going to have to shoot because I need to get to
Luke.
bed. But
I'll see you tomorrow
I
night,
will
man.
see you tomorrow, 3 a.m. for UFC
3
301,
a.m.
mate.
Oh, you
I'll
did
be,
UFC?
I'll be ringing you at
Whoa.
3:01. I'll be.
Yeah, you'll be ringing me at 3 o'clock. I'll still be asleep. But anyway, chat.
All right, see you later, man.
Good man.
All right, see ya.
See you later on. It's just look, as a person that Darwin Nunez is, I get why people gravitate to him. I've noticed at Anfield now the Darwin Nunez chants are stopping. You don't hear that as much now. Darwin, for me, has got these 3 games to prove himself. This is where I say to Darwin, yeah, you got 3 games. You got these 3 games. I want to see something out of you because we've got nothing to play for. You should be super relaxed now. No pressure. There's no pressure. You should play with pressures off. Should be nice and relaxed and free. I want to see what Darwin's about in these next 3 games. In fact, here's a little thing. I want Darwin Nunez to score 5 goals in these next 3 Premier League games. That's my goal for him. He's got no pressure on his shoulders. He can play in a relaxed way. He needs to prove himself to the new manager next season. There is we still create loads of chances. We did it the other day against Everton. We still create loads of chances. Couldn't put it at the back of the net. I want Darwin to score 5 goals in the next 3 games. I don't think that's too much to ask, is it, K-Mate?
No, but I can guarantee he's going to try another one of those stupid chips. And he's also probably going to hit the woodwork. Look, it's just a little bit like insanity now. You just keep on asking someone to do something different when they can't. They're always going to be like that.
You're so right, the guy.
Yeah.
He can't score 5. Oh, we want to keep him. This is what I'm trying to say. This is what I'm trying to say. It's a big challenge to Darwin. If you're watching Darwin, challenge laid down. As long as Klopp picks you, because at the moment Klopp ain't picking you. But if he picks you,
I mean, let's be honest, mate, we should be
goals.
scoring against Spurs. Like, they play a higher line than us.
Spurs are terrible.
Literally, they're all on the halfway line.
Even their manager, Ange, is picking them off. He's saying the shit. He literally sitting in an interview yesterday going, yeah, we're crap. Like, if we can't beat this Spurs team at the moment, because I believe if we beat Spurs, they can't qualify for Champions League, can they?
Yeah.
Because it's out of them and Villa now to finish 4th.
Well, they won't qualify anyway. They've got City after us. City
because
have to win.
What's the Premier League table, actually?
City have to win that game to go ahead of Arsenal.
Yeah,
so
don't
beat Spurs.
I've just got this funny feeling that City drop point.
No.
I think Arsenal go win the Premier League. I've got this horrible feeling in my gut. I don't know about everyone in the chat. Let me know in the chat. I've got this horrible, nasty feeling in my stomach that Arsenal will go win every game left of the Premier League season, because I think they will.
But that's not going to matter, because if City do, they win.
But I've got a feeling Tottenham will go get a point against them. I just don't know why. I just feel like Tottenham will go get a point. If Tottenham get that point against City, I think that's Wednesday night, isn't it?
Yeah.
If Tottenham get that point, Arsenal winning the Premier League.
Tottenham are playing us on a Sunday, mate. Like, they're going to be dead. Like,
I don't know what it is. I just
they need to beat us. They're going to try and beat us more, aren't they? So they're going to try and beat us more. So they're probably going to play a load of reserves against City.
Let me have a look at the Premier League table here. So
they'll throw in the towel at City. Like, they'll try for us more.
Spurs are 4th with 60 points, yeah?
Yeah.
Villa are 4th on 67 points. Tottenham have 4 games left.
1 game in
hand.
So
they have 4 games left. So they need to win all 4. And Villa have got 3 games left, and they're probably going out of Europe because they just got smashed by Olympiacos at home as well.
Mad game now. Mad game.
So Tottenham, if they can get a point against us, which I won't be shocked, then they've got to try and, hopefully Villa drop points, and then they've got to go and beat Spurs, beat City.
But we've got Tottenham and Villa.
Yeah.
I could see us losing both those games.
Yeah.
I could see us losing both those games. Like, Like we were garbage against West Ham, and West Ham were like literally they were playing like it was a friendly. Like, yeah.
Oh, it's just it's not. Yeah, it's not looking good for Spurs.
I can see us losing all our games apart from Wolves at home, and we'll probably get a draw or we'll win because they'll be on holiday.
Yeah, I mean this is
because they both got games to play for. Villa and Spurs have got games to play for, got points to play for now because that fifth place isn't available.
No, it's top four and top four, ain't it? That means we really got to go out and Spurs will try and win. Spurs will go for it. You know, the thing is, Spurs actually going for it probably plays into our hands. I wouldn't be surprised if we would. I wouldn't be surprised if we won this comfortably 4-0 and we sit here and go, where was that 2 weeks ago when it mattered?
Against Palace.
Because the pressure's off. We've got no pressure now. So the players go play. The cowards. I'm telling you, if I actually see a performance against Spurs on Sunday afternoon,
so annoyed. I'd be so
and
annoyed.
we win comfortably, I'm going to be absolutely pissed off because it tells me they're cowards.
Yeah.
It tells me they're cowards because they decided to play when there weren't no pressure on them, and that will really pee me off, man. Really pee me off. But
I tell you what would be funny. It'd be funny if Klopp does a sickie and Pep Linders takes all the games now. He pulls a sickie.
Klopp calls it. It's like, no, I'm all right. I'm all right.
I could do a sickie.
I'm good.
Got a sore throat.
I just Spurs made Jackson look like Baccio.
Jackson scored against them as well, man.
I will be paid off. I can see it happening though. I can see it happening.
I can see Chelsea signing Nunez, by the way. I thought I'd say that. I can see Chelsea going for Nunez if he's available.
We do Chelsea over and let them have to. Look, the one thing I'm going to say to Darwin, the ones I really want Darwin to start banging goals in. K-Mac wants to see Darwin start banging goals in. That's all we want. We want Darwin to prove that he is that player, that he is that man who can, smash the goals in and become that striker that we all want him to become. The problem is, does anyone see it? Does anyone actually see it? Do we all sit here right now, 10 to 1 in the morning on Saturday morning, and actually think next season Darwin's banging between 20 and 25 Premier League goals? Is there any proof in it right now? And if the answer is no, then why do you keep him for a third season?
Mark Simmons just put in the chat, why didn't we sign Kepa and Thuram? Well, actually, Mark, the transfer committee did want Kepa and Thuram. It was Klopp and Linders that wanted Gravenberch. That's why we didn't sign him. Because we bought Gravenberch instead. The committee wanted Thuram.
And
he could be coming next year.
Yeah,
but I think it could be Matt. I couldn't think it could be Mads Kuldrup. I think he could be a possibility. Yeah, that data adds up.
My only thing is that Slot changes the way Darwin plays. See, here's the other thing I say for all the Darwin people come on to me.
Where does he go though, mate? Where does he play?
Just changes the way he plays.
Oh, okay.
Makes him a better player.
Okay.
One thing I will say about Klopp, and I love the guy, I don't think Klopp's particularly coached Darwin that well, in what I can see in the last 2 seasons. I don't know what coaching's been done on Darwin, like if any. Unless Slot comes in and coaches Darwin to play a better way and shows him how to run, because it might sound silly showing someone how to run. Darwin don't know how to run. He's offside all the time. He don't know how to hold a line. He don't know how to move.
I mean, he needs to watch Jota.
It could be as simple as doing that. Just something about he just adapts his game a little bit. If he adapted Darwin's game a little bit, and then Darwin gets a bit of confidence and starts smacking in goals, And then we all know what happens with confidence and momentum in football. It takes you along, don't it? It makes you and just pushes you forward, and that could happen. I think that could literally happen. I also got the impression, because I've been watching a lot of Arne Slot lately, because I'm proper invested in him at the moment. I ain't gonna lie. Did you see his interview today on Sky Sports?
Yeah, I like him.
When he was talking about him and going to Liverpool, and they were chatting about the weather and all that. He's actually got quite a bit of charisma, ain't he? He's got something about him when he talks. And his English is far better than Ten Hag's as well.
Yeah.
So all these comparisons is far better. He's actually
more monotone. He doesn't sound monotone.
He's more charismatic by a country mile than Ten Hag. He speaks better English than Ten Hag. He's sort of he's got like he gives off like a little bit of an aura. Yeah, I'm all for I'm really into this Arne Slot at the moment. I've been watching how his team plays, and I've been listening to a lot of the Dutch journalists talking about him, and ex-Dutch players and final players as well, talking about how he coaches and how he gets the best out of players and improves players with coaching and stuff like that. So I'm all for Arne Slot. I really am. Also, don't mean that I hate Jurgen Klopp, by the way, because I know people are going to get to this. Oh, Jamie hates Jurgen Klopp.
Oh. I'm all for any manager we get. You know, you have to support him. You have to give him the support and see how he gets on. I'm just happy that he's been given some of the coaches that he can bring with him as well, which will help him. It's funny that though, we talk about Darwin Nunez like not being coached properly. Isn't Robbie Fowler available? Could we have just got him? Like he's always at the bloody ground.
We don't have defence coaches, striker coaches, set piece coaches at our team. Klopp's in charge of everything. Klopp takes everything. Klopp and Linders are in charge of everything. You know, I think you need set piece coaches. Arsenal might win the league because of set piece coaches, by the way. Yep. The amount of goals they score from set pieces and how they defend set pieces and attack from set pieces. You know, they might win but it's really important. I think as a manager in today's football, you need to spread everything out. You know, you can't do everything like you used to in the old days. You literally need to, or you spread yourself too thin. You know, I think you just need to adapt and change a little bit. And maybe that's what we need at the club now. Maybe that's what we need. I'm sad Klopp's going. I'm sad Klopp's leaving, but it is what it is. I've seen better managers than Jurgen Klopp leave Liverpool. I'm sorry, I know it's going to hurt people's feelings, but
I have too.
And we go again. We see what happens. You know,
no one's bigger than the club. Always remember that.
I do think there's too many fans in our fan base at the moment that's too Klopp FC and not Liverpool Football Club.
Yeah, no one's bigger than the club.
They're too up Klopp. Yeah, you just need to.
We have to appreciate how he's left the club as well, because
we have to appreciate him.
Not many have left it like that.
We appreciate him, we love him, we thank him, and everything he's done. And it's been a heck of a journey for 8 years. None of us can sit here and lie about that. We've had a hell of a journey for 8 years, but I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm not just that emotionally drawn to Jurgen Klopp like a lot of other people are. I know there's a lot of Liverpool fans that are extremely emotionally connected to Jurgen Klopp, and it's going to be hard for him when he leaves. I'm not going to dismiss you for thinking like that, but what I hate is that people dismiss other Liverpool fans who are not like that. That's what irritates me. You know, I get told this all the truth because I'm not emotionally attached to Jurgen Klopp like some other Liverpool fans are. I'll get called, oh, you're this, you're that. How can you not love Jurgen? And I'm like, when did I say I didn't? Like, when did I say I didn't love Jurgen Klopp? I'm just not he's not my dad. You know, I don't know the guy. He's a manager of my football club, and I had a great journey and experience with Jurgen Klopp as my manager of my football club. But he wants to leave. He wants to leave my football club. Yeah, he doesn't want to stay. Guess who's staying when Jurgen Klopp goes? I am. K-Mac is. Promo is. Tony is. Russell is. Alternative is. Rhino is. You know, Heysay is. D23 staying as a Liverpool fan. Max, James, Connor, all you guys, us, Tony, all you guys are staying as Liverpool fans when Klopp leaves. He's leaving us. We don't leave with him. We thank him and appreciate the journey and love that he's gave us in 9 years. And we thank him on the game after Wolves. We're at the stadium. We can thank him and appreciate him. We really can. Right? If you want to get signed pictures of him and have him everywhere and talk about him forever, go for it. But because I'm not emotionally attached to Jurgen like a lot of other people are, it doesn't mean I don't love him. I really hate the way our fan base is right now. I really hate it. When you
but
just
you know who's done that? But you know who's done that?
Go on.
Klopp.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I mean, it's true. He's such an emotional person.
He has. He's
an emotional man, and he's drawn us in.
He's really hoodwinked some in, I tell you.
9 years ago, when I watched his press conference when he joined
Relationships
Liverpool
FC, someone wrote, sorry.
9 years ago, when I sat there and watched Jurgen Klopp in his press conference, I was drawn into him straight away. I sat there and watched his press conference. I remember it was like almost an hour long, wasn't it? It was so long press conference.
Really
I was drawn
I've actually
in
rewatched
with him.
it. I've rewatched it a number of times.
I let everyone who thinks I'm a Klopp hater, I'm going to tell them right now, I've watched that press conference multiple times because, in my opinion, it's the greatest press conference a brand new manager at any club has ever done. He 100%. Captivated the room, he captivated the worldwide audience, and he captivated Liverpool fans. We bought in like that from day one because that's how great the man is. So I appreciate him. I love the guy for what he's done for Liverpool Football Club. But when he leaves, I stay. And the new man comes in, and I'll get behind that guy as well. I'm not Klopp FC, I'm Liverpool FC, always and forever. We can appreciate and love someone for the work they've done, but only because I don't have the emotional attachment that some others do. I'm sure in his final game against Wolves, there's going to be grown men in their 50s and 60s crying their eyes out, going, I can't believe this is happening. We are going to be nothing now without Jurgen. Life is over. I'm going to Dover to walk off the White Cliff because there's no point carrying on, right? That is what a lot. No, it's just like, I'm like, no. It's like, it just does my head in. But people people say I'm this and that. I don't love Jurgen. How can I talk about this about Jurgen? How can I say this about Klopp? It just drives me mad because I haven't got an emotional attachment to him. I haven't. I'm telling everyone right now, I do not have an emotional attachment to Jurgen Klopp. Why would I? I know the man. He's been great for my football club and I've had the greatest journey in the last 9 years as a Liverpool. Well, not the last 9 years. That's a lie. I think we lie to ourselves with this as well, by the way, because I know a lot of people have been putting this on social media that we've been on a great journey for the last 9 years. Have we?
No, we haven't.
Have we really?
No, we haven't.
Was Klopp's first 2 years at Liverpool that great of a journey?
No, it's quite stinky.
Right? The season, I tell you, the great journey we've had with Jurgen Klopp: Champions League win, Premier League win. That is the greatest time I've ever had as a Liverpool fan. Telling everyone right now, greatest time I've ever had as a Liverpool fan. Them 2 years, Champions League and Premier League winning years. We're the best team in world football, in my opinion. No one could touch us. We were elite of the elite. That is the greatest time I've ever had as a Liverpool fan. A 9-year journey is mad, yeah. It's been. There's been
I would say 4. I would say I've had 4 good years under him.
Yeah, like Connor says, yeah.
4 good
18
years.
or 22. I'm with you, man. They were his prime years. 2018 and 2022 for me were the great years under Jurgen Klopp, in my opinion. Everything else is a bit of a blur. But them years were tremendous, and you can't touch that. That was a great ride, man. That was a great ride. Premier League, FA Cup, Champions League, Super Cup, World Club champions, all in them years. Can't touch that. And he will never be forgotten, ever, for that period of time. But I've seen people though talk about it and go, right, yeah, we have people shit like Gerard Houllier, and I'm like, shit like Gerard Houllier. Do you know what he did for Liverpool?
He won a quadruple cups.
It's not just that. He got us back into the Champions League for the first time in the Premier League era.
Yeah.
We played Champions League football under Gerard Houllier. I think people forget about this. What Gerard Houllier
it was 2 years in a row as well. It was 2 years in a row, Champions League.
Do you know what? I'm going to say this now. I was actually more attached to Gerard Houllier than I was Jurgen Klopp.
Yeah, I was as well.
I actually got emotional when I heard Gerard Houllier passed away. I was actually more emotionally attached to Gerard Houllier. I love Gerard Houllier.
He's such a lovely man, wasn't he?
I absolutely adored that guy.
He was.
He got Liverpool trophies. He got Liverpool back and played Champions League football for the first time in the Premier League era. You know, that's mental to think, because that's 2001. It's a long time.
We had a really low spend as well, mate. He never spent a lot of money.
No,
never spent a lot of money.
He made players better. Steven Gerrard, our greatest player, says he couldn't have been anything if it weren't for Gerard Houllier.
Yeah.
You know, and then our Champions League winning team with Rafa Benitez was Houlier's team.
Yeah.
It was Gerard Houlier's team that Rafa Benitez won the Champions League with. In my opinion, Houllier won the Champions League a little bit as well, even if they weren't manager at the time, because they were his boys.
It's true.
Apart from Xabi Alonso and Jibril, so I believe Jibril Cisse and Didier Mann.
Yeah.
No, Didier Mann was brought to Gerard Houllier, wasn't he?
Was he Gerard Houllier? Was he?
I know Alonso was obviously a Benitez buy. Apart from that, I think the rest of it was Gerard Houlier's team, man.
Was Dudek Houllier?
Yeah. Dudek, but Houllier bought Kirkland and Houllier at the same time. Dudek and Kirk. Yeah. Houllier bought Dudek and Kirkland in the same January window, didn't he?
So,
yeah, he bought them at the same time.
Yeah. Brilliant. I've got to shoot, buddy. All right.
Yeah, go for it, man.
All right.
I'll chat to you later, man.
I'll catch up with you soon now, okay? Big up the chat. Big up the chat. I'm sure James is going to go on for another 2 hours now. He's talking about the old days as well now, so big up everyone. See you later.
See you later, man. But yeah, it's not like, and it's not like I don't love what Klopp's done, guys. This is what people like. If you take the Premier League trophy away, Klopp's won everything else the other managers have won. You know, you take the one Premier League trophy away, you know, he's won the same as what all the other managers previously in Houllier and Benitez won at Liverpool. So, you know, I believe, Benitez won the Super Cup as well. The Europe Champions League, obviously, and the FA Cup in his time. Houllier won the UEFA Cup, the League Cup, the FA Cup, the Super Cup, and the Charity Shield, and got us playing Champions League football for the first time in the Premier League era. I think we just neglect what them managers in the past done. I think we really do neglect what their managers in the past done. I saw, I grew up watching Dalglish. I'm that old. I grew up watching Dalglish almost winning a double-double 2 years in a row. Watched Joe Fagan win a treble. This has happened. And I love Jurgen for what he's done, but if you literally think about it, you take the Premier League trophy away, Rafa and Gerard Houllier won the same trophies. But Jurgen won the big one, man. Why do you reckon Rafa's so loved on Liverpool? The reason Rafa's so loved on Liverpool because he won the Champions League. He's always and forever will be loved. Jurgen, and rightly so. But I didn't have a connection with Rafa Benitez. I don't know about everyone in the chat. I didn't have no connection to Rafa Benitez whatsoever. I couldn't care less if Rafa left that football club because Rafa was kind of cold, weren't he? He weren't a heartwarming person. You had no real connection with Rafa Benitez. I had a real good connection with Gerard Houllier because Gerard Houllier was a bit like Jurgen Klopp. Gerard Houllier loved Liverpool. You know, people don't realise that Gerard Houllier grew up when he was a kid. I believe he went to the University of Liverpool, if I remember rightly, when he was growing up, when he moved over here. And he used to sit in the Kop and watch Liverpool sitting in the Kop. You know, Gerard Houllier got a massive love affair with Liverpool Football Club. Absolutely massive. And he was my guy, man. And, you know, I think we forget the job someone like Rafa did. I really do. I think we forget the job that Rafa did. Sorry, that Gerard Houllier did. But Gerard Houllier is very much like Jurgen Klopp, heartwarming, improves players, gets the best out of players, makes players better. He brought the city of Liverpool back. He brought the team back. He started to put the team in the right position again, in the right place again, going the right way. You know, Gerard Houllier said it would take a few years to get Liverpool going where they should. Gerard Houllier, before he passed away, I remember him saying that one of his things that he never won the Premier League with Liverpool, and he thought he was close if he got a few more signings. Obviously, Gerard Houllier suffering his massive heart attack in the Leeds game, you know, I think derailed a lot of what Gerard Houllier wanted to do as a Liverpool manager. But if Gerard Houllier won the Premier League with Liverpool, I think we'd be talking about Gerard Houllier in exactly the same way as we talk about Jurgen Klopp now, in my opinion. Because there weren't much about, you know, they're quite similar, man. He used to win at Old Trafford all the time. You know, you got to remember as well, Liverpool never won at Old Trafford. We were terrible. Every time we played Man United, always lose. Gerard Houllier put a stop to that. I love him, man. Houllier was a great man. I love that guy. He's the one I felt. He's the one I felt close to, and I feel close to Klopp as well. I just don't. I know there's fans out there, there's Liverpool fans out there that absolutely adore Jurgen Klopp, like adore the man, and I get it. But because I don't, please don't come at me because I'm not going to shed a tear or anything like that. It doesn't mean I didn't respect the job he'd done and love the job he'd done and was thankful for the job he's done and what he did for Liverpool. Look, the biggest respect I can give Jurgen Klopp is that I call him the modern day Bill Shankly. That is, in my opinion, what Jurgen Klopp is to Liverpool Football Club. He is the modern day Bill Shankly. Now, I can't give a manager at Liverpool Football Club more respect than honouring him by calling him the modern day Bill Shankly. So anyone who comes at me and goes, you don't respect Jurgen, you're too hard on him, you don't love him enough, why do you not like Jurgen like we do? Listen to me. I put him up there with Bill Shankly, for goodness sake. The modern day Bill Shankly. That is more respect than anyone else I see giving him. Yeah? So all these people that say, oh, I love him, give him the same respect as I'm giving him, calling him the modern day Bill Shankly. Give him, and Jurgen should be given something. We've got the Paisley Gates. We've got the, obviously, Shankly statue. Obviously, for me, Jurgen's got to have something around the stadium. Now, do you do a statue for... I wouldn't do a statue for Jurgen Klopp. I don't think that's right because Paisley hasn't got a statue. If any manager is going to get a statue, apart from, it should be Bob Paisley. I know we've got the Paisley Gates, but sort of around the side area, aren't they? I'd rather... I don't think it's right for Jurgen Klopp to get a statue and Bob Paisley not, in my opinion. If you got to give Bob Paisley a statue before Jurgen Klopp. In fact, I'd have a statue of all the legendary managers. I'd have a statue for Shankly, a statue for Paisley, a statue for Dalglish, and a statue for Jurgen Klopp. And they're all at different ends of the football ground. You know, the football pitch is a square ground, and you have the Shankly one there, you have the Dalglish one, you have the Klopp one, and you have the Paisley one. You have 4 statues, yeah. And in the, you know, you could do the fist pump statue for Klopp. You can do the statue for Dalglish, the statue for Paisley. Have 4 statues. In my opinion, that's what they should do. They're the 4 iconic managers in Liverpool history, in my opinion. Them 4 people. I love Gerard Houllier. I'd say Gerard Houllier is probably number 5 or 6 on the list of legends who's managed Liverpool Football Club. But if you're thinking about a worldwide fan base, where you grew up and when you grew up, you're probably looking at Shankly, Paisley, Dalglish, and Jurgen Klopp as the top 4 legends that have ever managed Liverpool Football Club. Then you're probably looking at people like Gerard Houllier after that. So I love Gerard Houllier, but for legendary status and well-renowned status in the game and who's watching at the time and things like that, it'd probably be them 4. It'd probably be them 4. You know, and fist pump statue at the Kop end. That's where his statue should be. That'd be beautiful. You know, and then a Dalglish one and a Paisley one. That's mine. I just, so for people that come at me saying I don't love him, I don't care about him like you do, because I'm not crying and things like that, it's not the case. I'm not as emotionally attached. I'm not as emotionally attached to you as you are to Jurgen that I am. But that doesn't mean that I don't love and respect the man for what he done for our football club. It's just at the end of the day, he's leaving, but I'm staying. This might sound cold as well. And people might not like this. Yeah, Joe Fagan goes in at 5. He won the treble in 1 year. Big up Joe Fagan. People might not like this as well with what I'm about to say here. In fact, should I say it? Because people might go at me actually. Actually, I'll leave it because people might actually go at me. So I won't say anything. But big up you guys in the chat. Yeah, name a new stand after the Klopp end. That's the Klopp end. There you go. The Klopp end. I mean, that Joe Fagan won the treble. Klopp has done nothing to match that achievement. That is, I mean, it's not a lie, is it? I mean, what Connor says there, look, what Connor says there ain't actually a lie. It's not actually a lie. Fagan won the treble. He was only manager for 1 season. We won the League Cup, the First Division, and the European Cup. So, in 1 season, that's mad. It's not a lie. This is the thing. Yeah, the Klopp end, man. The Klopp end. Yeah, to be fair, Joe did inherit a great team. But, yeah, Tony, I'd say this for you. If Twitter and social media was about like it is today, after Bob Paisley left and Joe Fagan took the job, what do you think social media would have looked like? They would probably gone, we can't win anything. The legend of Bob Paisley's leaving. No matter how good the team is right now, the legend of Bob Paisley and what he's done for Liverpool is leaving. How can we carry on? And then he goes to win a treble the following year. So, I mean, we live in a different era and a different age now. We live in a social media era. I would have loved see what social media was like around then. But as I say, with Jurgen, I will always say Jurgen Klopp is the modern day Bill Shankly because of what he did for Liverpool. You've got to remember what Bill Shankly did for Liverpool in 1959. Coming to Liverpool and taking over a club that was actually in Division 2 at the time, getting promoted, putting that all red bloody kit on them, all red socks, red shorts, red top, making them all look massive on the pitch. That was his thing, weren't it? Getting them back into Europe, winning First Division titles, getting to UEFA Cup finals. He put Liverpool back on the map. And he put the city of Liverpool in Europe as a name in Europe back on the map. And that's what Jurgen Klopp done for Liverpool as well. Liverpool were down on their dumps. They've gone through the era of Brendan Rodgers and shit like that, and we're crap. And we're not playing what we should play. And then we're down on our luck. And then Jurgen came along and did pretty much what Bill Shankly did. and brought us back. And as I keep saying, that's the most praise I will ever be able to give Jurgen Klopp. That is the most praise I will ever be able to give Jurgen Klopp. He's the modern day Bill Shankly. You know, I respect him and I love him to bits. But he's leaving the football club and I'm staying. I'm not going with him. You know what I mean? I'm a fan. We move on. The problem is if we mourn Jurgen Klopp for too long, yeah, what does that do for the new manager? What does that do for the players next season and stuff like that? If we mourn the manager for too long. Yeah, we got to remember what the great times we had under Jurgen and what Jurgen did for our football club. But then we have to move on as a football club at the same time. It's not disrespectful. We can't live in the past. We have to move on. You know, and that doesn't mean you can't talk about him still or have conversations with your friends about him and remember the great times. But if we keep mourning about him and talking about him constantly and not letting other new people coming into the football club try and change the way we play and change things at our club and try and take things to a different direction, we're never going to move on as a football club, are we? Never. It's just you have to move on in life, you know. You have to move on in life, and that's just the way it is. And you know, we can't sit here being too overly emotional about things. You know, we could. Is Arne Slot going to be better than Jurgen Klopp? There's no proof that he will be. None at all. You know, a lot of people are extremely underwhelmed by the situation that's going on with Liverpool right now. But what if it works? Like, that's the other thing. That's the thing no one's talking about. What if it works? What if Arne Slot comes to this team and it works? And it's just some magic in the air and, you know, and the team's performing. Because here's the thing that will annoy me, yeah? Say Liverpool finish third next season, yeah? We finish third next season and we win the League Cup again. Say we win the League Cup and finish third next season, right? I know there's some Liverpool fans out there will say that was an underwhelming season. We're more than that. I know there's Liverpool fans out there that go, that's an underwhelming season under Arne Slot. We just managed to get Champions League and we won a League Cup. They will say it because they can't let go of the past. They just can't let go of the past. And if you can't let go of the past, you'll never go and move on into the future. You just ain't. And this is what people need to understand. The game against Wolves, Jurgen Klopp's last game, I'm hoping and I'm wishing that the Anfield crowd are louder than they've been all season, which ain't pretty difficult, to be fair. That are louder than they've been all season. And they give Jurgen Klopp the flowers he deserves. They have a party. They have a celebration. They remember the manager for what they are. But the next day, the club has got to move on and get things sorted for the next season. Literally the next day. Not 2 days later, not 3 days later, not 4 days later. The next day. The club wake up the next day and they right, let's look to the future now. We've got to do this, we've got to do that, we've got to do that to get ready for the summer. Let's get our boots on, let's get going. You know, and that's just the way we've got to run. Otherwise, we live in the past, guys. We're going to stay in the past. And I don't know about you, but I don't want that. And I don't think Jurgen Klopp wants us to do that either, guys, at the end of the day. Does Jurgen Klopp want us still to live in the past and keep remembering him constantly? Or would Jurgen Klopp like nothing more than Liverpool to be a success under Arne Slot? Of course he would. So, yeah. Big up D23. Good point, mate. Good point. Good point. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say because I get sick and tired of people, not you guys in the live chat, but there's some people in the live chat sometimes that come in and they, you know, they got other channels and other podcasts and that, and they like, Jamie hates Jurgen Klopp. How can you talk about Jurgen Klopp like this? They're all loving this Arne Slot guy. No one's saying that. And I'm not saying that either. If you are more emotionally attached to Jurgen Klopp than I am, that doesn't mean I don't feel the same as you do. And you can't have a go at me for not being emotionally attached to Jurgen Klopp like you guys are. That's what I hate. I don't get this with society today. This is a societal problem as well. Because someone is emotionally attached to someone and another person isn't, that person gets ridiculed for it. That person gets ridiculed for it. So I get ridiculed for not being as emotionally attached to Jurgen Klopp as some other people. It's balmy. It's like, what world do we live in now? You know, it just... I'm a positive Liverpool fan. Always have been. It's one thing I always get slagged off about. It's been quite a positive Liverpool fan, yeah? And I feel positive going into next season. I really do. I think Arne Slot could do well next season, given the tools as well. This is another thing. He's got to be given the tools to do the job. He really has. You know, if you want to give Arne Slot a chance, you've got to give him the right tools. If we don't give him the right tools, he ain't going to stand a chance of doing anything, is he? And then people will go get on his back and all that. And I don't want that. I don't want no negativity going into next season. I really don't. Zero negativity. What is the point of negativity? Why are we sitting on negativity? Oh, Arne Slot's our manager. We cheaped out and just got Arne Slot. Oh, we bought this player and that player. I can't be bothered about next season already. I'm already Arne Slot out. So what are we doing? Why are you thinking like that? I mean, if you want to think like it, go ahead. I'm not. So don't have a go at me again if I don't think like that. You know what I mean? Reiner said, Jamie, you had 3 signings. Who would it be? I'd get a centre back in, definitely. I'm not sure what centre back. I don't know what players though, but I'd definitely get a centre back in. I'd get a winger in and a defensive midfielder. The thing is, guys, I don't think this club needs a massive overhaul either at the same time. I don't think we're sitting here going, we need a massive overhaul in players. I don't think we do. I don't think it's a rebuild. I don't think it's a rebuild at all. I think I look at someone like Dominic Szoboszlai. Has Jurgen Klopp used Dominic Szoboszlai correctly this season? Everyone in the chat, let me know. You guys in the chat, let's go through the players. I need your guys' opinions on this. So let's go with Dominic Szoboszlai first. Has Jurgen Klopp used Dominic Szoboszlai correct this season? Yes or no? There's an easy yes or no in the chat. Has the manager used Dominic Szoboszlai correct this season? And Dominic Szoboszlai already knows in the chat. So I think he's a player that's really good and has got a heap of potential. And if played right, could do a job. Alexis McAllister has been our signing of the season. He will do well next year. Gravenberch. What about Gravenberch, guys? Here's one. All right, I'll give you a keep or sell. Keep or sell. Gravenberch. Keep or sell. What are we saying about Gravenberch, guys? Keep or sell? Put it in the chat. Keep or sell Gravenberch. Let me know. Spam the chat. Dom's overrated. There's a reason he played in the wings in Leipzig. The reason he played in the wings in Leipzig is because that's his position. That's the reason he played on the wings. He's not a midfielder. I told people this all season and no one wanted to listen to me. And now, the last few weeks of the season, everyone's going, you know that Dominic Szoboszlai, he don't really play midfield. He's a wide player. That's his position. We play in midfield. Keep for Dominic Szoboszlai. Some sells, some keeps. Not for Dominic Szoboszlai, so for Gravenberch. I'd keep Grav as well. You know, I'd keep Grav as well. I think Grav's been playing all right the last few weeks. So we've got midfielders there. We need a DM. We need a defensive midfielder. That's what Liverpool desperately need. Go and get a defensive midfielder in, a proper defensive midfielder that's robust, that that can, that is a physical DM. That's what we need. Yeah, Dom likes to be in a free role. I agree, Ryan. That's what we need. So go and get a DM that's got a physical, robust role. Yeah, and then you play a McAllister alongside that. You've got a great combination there. Then you've got players like Szoboszlai, Gravenberch, yeah, Curtis Jones, Harvey Elliott. You got your midfield there. I look at the wide players. I think we need to get a wide player in, someone with a bit more pace. I don't think we're quick enough in the forward areas. Also, I've got Stefan Bajcetic as well, who can play that DM role, but I don't think Stefan is physical enough or robust enough to play DM at the moment. So I'd like to get a more robust, physical defensive midfielder, and then maybe play Stefan alongside him in a double pivot, and then play McAllister in a 10. You've got a better midfield straight away. I want more pace up front, though. We need more pace in the forward areas. We're too slow on transition. Our transitions are too slow at the moment. We're too slow in transition. So I need a quicker player on track. So I'd be looking for like maybe a Kudus or something like that who's got a release clause right now. And I think a centre-back, a DM and a quick winger. And then if you get them free in early, you can look around the rest of the summer window, maybe get another centre-back in, or maybe another striker. I think Slott's got a lot of players there he can use and improve with and still do all right. So, yeah, a £40 million on Somerville. Yeah, like pace in transition. Somerville's pace is ridiculous. He's so quick. And you set it off with players going. I think Tsimikas will leave the club. I think Luis Diaz might leave the football club. I wouldn't be surprised if Diogo Jota, if we got a good deal for a good leave the football club. Thiago's wages coming off the football club is massive. That's one thing you got to remember as well. Thiago's on 200 grand a week. His wages are coming off our football club. So there's got to be money available there as well. Jamie Falcon, Kanate season. Do you think VVD deal stay? Kanate, I think, has had the worst season he's had at Liverpool this year. I don't think he's been great. I worry about Kanate. I'm not the biggest Kanate fan, and people have a go at me about this a lot. I do think as a fan base, we slightly overrate Kanate a little bit. He needs to do more for me. He needs to improve. I think Virgil will stay. I think Salah will stay, and I think Trent will stay. I think all three of them will definitely stay next season. I think they'll all definitely stay next season. Definitely. After that, I don't know. I don't know what happens the year after that, but for next season, I think Salah stays, Trent stays, and Virgil stays. I just don't know if they stay a year after that. That's all. But I think they'll definitely stay next season. Definitely. Yeah, Kwanzaa. You could say Kwanzaa's been better than Kanate this season. You definitely could. There's definitely room for it. Yeah, I don't know about a bit. I have no idea on that, man. Hopefully they give him something. You know what I'm saying? You think Matip gets a new deal? I'll be shocked, man. The guy says, "What's with the DS slander? He's good. He's just not my cup of tea, my friend. He's just look. Some people will love him. I get it. He's just not my cup of tea. I think we can get better at Diaz. That's all it is. And I'm not saying he's a bad player. In fact, I've said Diaz has been good all season. I think he's been good, but I don't think he's been anything better than good. I don't think he's been excellent or fantastic or quality or anything like that. I just think he's been a steady good all season. His work rate, Diaz's work rate is phenomenal. I'll give Diaz that. His work rate is second to none. And because his work rate is so good, I think that makes him look actually better than he actually is. That's just my opinion. Josh, it's a good point, man. Can't trust Jota. Jota's never there when we need him. Jota is never there when we need him, ever. When we need Diogo Jota, he's always injured. And Matip, Matip, I love the guy, but them injuries, man. Love him, but his injuries. But guys, look, that's me done this evening. I appreciate everyone joining me in, on this Friday night. Much love to all of you. I'll be back for the Liverpool Spurs game on Sunday, guys. So everyone enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your Saturday, whatever it is you're doing. Saturday, it's a weekend. Weekend's always a good time, man. It's a vibe. I'm going to be on Luke Tanner's show. Hang on, guys. I need you to put this. Hang on, guys. 1 second before we all go, guys. 1 second before we all go. I need you to do something for me. I need you all to do something for me. So I'm going to be on Luke Tanner's channel tomorrow night. Luke was on just a minute ago. I'll put his link. So there's Luke's channel, guys. There's the link for Luke's channel. Can you all do me a favor? When we finish here, can you go and push on that link? Press on that link, yeah? It'll take you to Luke's channel. Me and Luke are going to be live tomorrow doing a UFC watch along. It's about 3 in the morning. So if anyone's around and want to watch us watch UFC watch along, I'm going to be on Luke's channel tomorrow night doing the UFC watch along. So please go and hit Luke's channel up and subscribe to it as well, because we do a lot of MMA, UFC content over there. That's our other thing we do. Me, Cal, and Luke, we do it all together. We do a lot of MMA and combat sports stuff, you know. So please go and check that out. That's what I'm doing tomorrow. I appreciate you subscribing over there, guys. I'd much love that. Thank you very much. So that's me tomorrow, guys. My day tomorrow, I'm going to be watching WWE Backlash at 6 p.m. Yeah, I'm a wrestling fan. Hate me for it. I don't care. I'll be watching Backlash tomorrow, having some dinner, having a little sleep, and then doing my live watch along with Luke on his channel for the UFC. So I'll be back Sunday. If you can't wait to Sunday to see me, make sure you hit Luke's channel up and you can see me Saturday night. And Sunday, I'll be back for the Liverpool Spurs game. So, guys, make sure you enjoy your weekend. Whatever you're doing, have a cool one, yeah? Make sure it's good. Yeah? Love you all. See you soon. Bye-bye.